So today I'm going to do a little overview of the final book, or is it the final book, in Kieran Larwood's amazing Podkin series. This book, The Beasts of Grimheart, really wraps up Podkin's story. I've absolutely loved this series. We've had The Legend of Podkin One Ear, and we've followed that on through two more books to get to the end of his journey. This series follows a small group of rabbits, a group of rabbits with sort of protagonists being Podkin. Podkin is a lazy little rabbit who is the son of a chieftain, a chief rabbit who has his own sort of like warren. Their series really sort of centres around them battling against some rabbits that have been essentially demonised, sort of taken over by a sort of evil power, and these rabbits are called the Gorm. They've almost been sort of, it's quite hard to explain really, but they've almost been like poisoned by this iron that is deep rooted in the ground, and that's sort of transformed them into these iron-clad characters who are desperate to sort of overcome every other rabbit warren around and essentially rule the land. Now Podkin and his group of friends, Crom, Paz, Puck, and we've got others along the way, they are determined to stop the Gorm. They're determined to find a way to recapture all of the sort of magical and special items to get them together to try and restore the balance in the land. It is an absolutely phenomenal series. The descriptive writing in these books is absolutely superb. The investment that you feel in these characters, although they're rabbits, they're not humans, but there is such a human sort of profile of these characters, and Kieran Larwood deserves massive credit for writing them in such a way. You're desperate to find out what happens. You're so invested. And what Kieran Larwood does so well in these books is he intertwines a modern day sort of telling of a story from an old storyteller rabbit known as a bard to flashback chapters of the main story that the bard is telling. So he's kind of like interweaving two stories alongside each other in his books, Kieran Larwood, and it takes a lot of talent to be able to do that so seamlessly. It's a book that I've read with... Well, I haven't read this exact book, but I've certainly read The Legend of Podkin One Ear this year with my Year 4 class. And I think that sits really well as a Year 4 class read. It could certainly be read in Year 5 and 6. It may be a little bit early in Year 3. It does have some fairly heavy themes and content. But I think it's a perfect book to introduce into like a Year 4, Year 5 classroom and really set children along the way with their... with this sort of adventure series. I think it could be a really good lead-in to other adventure series. Very sad to have finished the Legend of Podkin One Ear book series, but I do know Kieran Larwood has another lot of books on the way centering around a different protagonist, but I do feel that there's it sounds like there's going to be some similar themes cropping up and maybe some similar characters along the way. Another thing that was interesting to mention is strong rumours and perhaps even confirmations that it's going to be turned into a TV series, a sort of animated TV series, The Legend of Podkin One Ear, and I think that would be amazing. I know a lot of children in my class would enjoy that, and a lot of other children across the country. So yeah, hopefully I haven't given too much away. Just wanted to give a taste of why I enjoyed this so much and hopefully convey some of my enthusiasm for what a fantastic book and what a fantastic series of books Kieran Larwood has produced here. So thank you for watching.